Okay guys, so we just got 13 and 1, which is rank 2 on stream, and a lot of people were asking me about the tactics I was using. Obviously, we're using a crazy team here, but everybody's got a good team, so it's quite easy to feel, whether the actual tactics working, because even a team like this, realistically, as much as it is going to be better than people's, you really don't feel like that crazy pay to win aspect anymore, because the whole community just had a crazy team anyway. But I'm going to explain the tactics to you guys. Do leave a like for me. I would appreciate that a hell of a lot. Subscribe for the best tactics on YouTube. And let's get into the video. If you need the cheapest FC25 coins to build your super team, then check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 8% off. Okay, so as you can see, it is a 4-2-2, and I like this formation a lot because it offers quite a good balance of everything you need for the meta on this game. Obviously, you've got the two CDMs here, you've got the two cams which link up play, and it is a 2-striker formation, which I know a lot of people like. One of the reasons that people struggle with like a 4-2-1-3 is the fact that it only has the one striker and they can get a bit isolated. I feel like, especially since the patch as well, for whatever reason, I'm just getting on better with these 2-striker formations. The 4-2-1-3, of course, is still amazing, but maybe I'm just bored of it. I'm just enjoying using different formations. But I'll explain to you guys the setup that I am using here. The key to this formation, you want to make sure that you've got two absolute brutes at CDM, because that's going to really lock up your defense. You're going to have your back four intact at all times, and then you can have these two monsters sat in front. If they're good on the ball, that's a big bonus as well. Ideally on this game, the way the meta is, you want your players to be getting involved in the attack from the midfield if possible. You can see here, the way I've got this set up is we've got a left-footed player on the left cam and a right-footed on the right, and this formation is crazy for setting you up for those Travellas. So we've got Usman hitting him on his left, and then Due, of course, on the right. And the amount of Travellas that I scored in this formation for this champs run was absolutely insane. They just seem to pop up from everywhere. You also get it from the DMs, so Hullet, he was popping quite a few. But mainly from the cams. They absolutely just set up perfectly, like for the Travellas. And then just two strikers that are going to be able to get in behind, weak foot, all the typical meta stuff. That isn't really formation dependent. You just want quick strikers that are getting in behind with good weak foots. And ideally, this low-driven play style, because that is absolutely, it's just busted. Like, the amount I score is insane. But let's have a look at the actual tactics. So, we'll start off with the depth and stuff. So I was using balanced on this one. I haven't tried this yet with a counter style, but balance was, more than good enough. We have 70 on the depth. A lot of people seem to still be using the 95, so you can let me know if you are. I might give it another go again. Like, I was using 70 even before the patch, so it'll be interesting if I go back to that and actually see, what it's saying. And then I had one poacher and one advanced forward. I just fancied mixing it up. Normally I run two advanced forwards. I tried it with poacher. You get some really nice runs in behind. The meta at the minute, obviously everyone's sat so deep, so it's more sort of like you win the ball back in your own half and you're trying to hit people on the transition. And having a poacher, they do just make really good runs in behind. It was sort of a throwback to the start of the game. People using like Haaland on the Poacher Plus Plus and things like that. And now it's just different level, because obviously you've got like players like this Isak, who is Haaland's like height and strength, but he's also unreal on the ball, like agile and 5-star weak foot, and he was just so good. I think this Isak is one of the best strikers in the game, and on Poacher, it just worked really well. And then an advanced forward next to it. I had one playmaker and one shadow striker. You can see that's sort of how it looks like with the ball. So one just drops a little bit deeper and doesn't make as many in behind runs, and that's helpful for linking up the play. And then I had Usman, because he's like just super good, like going forward. I had him as the shadow striker, and that worked pretty well. And then two deep line playmaker build-ups, which is just the meta. Seems to be in every formation with two CDMs. That is what you would want. and then 2 fullback defends. So essentially my back 4 just stay in shape the whole time. We have 2 CDMs sat in front of them, and then we just have these 4 players all just sort of interchanging, making the runs in behind. And then when we're on the ball, of course, we have the 2 CDMs helping them as well. But this setup was just really good. I really enjoyed it. One of my favourites of recent times. I do like that 4-4-2. But what I will say is with this, because they're cams and not left and right mids, it's just a lot better for the Travellas. So if you're someone that uses those a lot, I would definitely recommend giving this a go. But guys, leave a like if you made it this far. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe for more, and peace.